Right, g'day, I'm Diesel.
And I'm Anita.
And we're getting around Oz, camper trailer travelling. Necessarily cold out here, but obviously the water's a bit colder than it probably should be without the sun. We actually ended up getting to 2,000 metres above sea level. It looks like there was a bit of a casualty as well. The driver's side tyre on the camper. Looks like we have a blown out suspension. Alright, so good morning. We've got our tourist on now. We've made the quick trek up from Broadwater to Byron Bay. We've just learned the COVID lockdown. We'll sit down and work out what we're going to do because we are scheduled to pick up to the Gold Coast. Alright, so yeah, it's 2 o'clock here now, 5 o'clock, they go into lockdown. Alright, we've just pulled over at a little town called Tyringham, and I've got to say this drive through here, it's Tamworth through to Grafton. It's not on the main roads, but Google said to come through here. And we actually ended up getting to 2,000 metres above sea level, so it actually feels like we've been driving downhill for about 30, 40 or maybe even 50 minutes. It's just so green, and some of the views have just been unbelievable. Okay, so anyway, we're back on the road there now, and we'll be stopping at Grafton fairly soon. It'll be nice. So basically we just pulled over, I don't know, we're probably 10-15k past Tyringham, and we're going through here not long after the floods come through, and obviously this is the area where the bushfires went through, which explains why it's so green and so lush. But just give you an idea of these rivers just gushing. You can tell they're just way higher than they've ever been. And it's stunning. It's no other way to put it. So we just pulled over this amazing national park. It's coming down the hills because we've been going down a hill forever. You can smell the brakes. And, you know that welding smell. metal. Yeah, so what we will do though, we sort of just pulled up near a bridge. Here we'll just have a quick look and see what it looks like. But yeah, I think we'll maybe wait 5-10 minutes or so and let these brakes cool down a bit. Have a look at this. See how high, bigger hill we got to climb there. Alright, apologies for the bad light, we've just pulled up here at the Broadwater Caravan Park. Or,
I think it's Sunrise Caravan?
Sunrise Caravan Park in Broadwater. We just thought we'd just cover off the drive today from Tamworth to Grafton to the national parks. It wasn't supposed to happen, but we're pretty glad it did. And there was a little bit that happened on the way. So Google said it was the quickest way to get to Ballina, Byron Bay, Gold Coast. Turned out it wasn't. It was definitely a long way, but we're pretty glad we did go through there. It was pretty amazing. Fortunately, we managed to stop off at a couple of spots. So one was a town, and there's another spot there where the brakes were getting a bit hot. We could smell the burning metal.
We went from 1,400, was it 1,400 metres above sea level to 300 metres above sea level in a very short time. So the brakes were struggling a little. Yeah, it's obviously with the weight of the camper and the car, you know, we're looking at a few tonne. The brakes are working pretty hard, so glad we stopped off and gave those a bit of a breather. It looks like there was a bit of a casualty as well, the driver's side tyre on the camper. Looks like we have a blown out suspension. Clearly there was a lot of damage to the roads. From the floods, there was some massive bloody potholes through there. So it looks like we've got a suspension issue in the back of the camper. The tyre has got a pretty severe sort of wearing on the inside, so we'll have to get that looked at when we get to the Gold Coast tomorrow. But if you get a chance, make sure you go through there. It was unreal. I think we went at a perfect time though. Where we drove through was where the fires were last year, but then the floods had just happened this year, so it was looking very green and lush and full of water. So I think, yeah, it was beautiful. And I guess two sides to the coin. Nita probably got the best drive of the trip from Perth so far. It was fun. The flip side was while I was puckering up in the passenger seat, I got to enjoy the best view. So I obviously didn't have to watch the road as hard as Nita did. And I got to enjoy the sights. I was pretty nervous the whole time, but I've got to be honest, Nita did a pretty good job through some pretty windy and crazy roads. Obviously with everything, all the weight, all this sort of stuff, she did pretty well, and I got to enjoy the side as well. So that was pretty cool. We ended up here because of the floods. There was no free camping available, and a lot of the caravan parks we wanted to go to, we called up or they weren't even answering the phones. But yeah, they were just flooded, and as we drove through the town, it was pretty easy to see why. So we didn't quite make it to the Gold Coast or to Byron Bay where we planned, but we're pretty happy with this sort of place. So yeah, it's a pretty good cozy little spot. We'll wait till we get some light in the morning. We'll give you a quick look. Before we'll go have a look at Byron Bay in the morning, and we'll probably have lunch there somewhere, and then we'll head up to the Goldie and check in, where we've been waiting for it for this whole trip really, and definitely will be the next level of fun for the kids, and we'll get a chance to get around Brisbane, Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast to have a look around for ourselves. So get to stay put for 4 days, which will be nice. Yeah. Right, that's it for us. Talk tomorrow. Bye. Alright, so good morning. We've got our tourist on now. We've made the quick trek up from Broadwater to Byron Bay. So we're just going for a bit of a short little hike up here to the lighthouse.
which as far as I'm aware, it's about the main attraction in town. But we're going to stop here for lunch and probably spend a few hours here before we make our way up to the Gold Coast. Guess I'm puffing a bit because it's a bloody big hill. And that's the key bit of information there. 1.6k walk, buddy. If you're wondering why we're doing the walk and not driving up, of course, as we weren't aware, you can't drive up here with a caravan or a camper trailer. We're going to park sort of halfway down the hill there, so it means it's going to be a bit of a trek, but that's okay because it's pretty nice. Turned out we took a wrong turn somewhere, but you can see the lighthouse up at the top of the hill there, so we're just going to try and work out how to get there. So well, still puffing a bit. It's, for a bloke in his early 40s, that's a pretty tough walk, but so worth it. Thankfully, I had my little buddy do the walk with me, didn't you, Hurley? Yeah. Mum and Zach decided they wouldn't do it, and I can completely understand because it's you good?
Yeah.
It's a pretty intense walk and Zach would have struggled to do it, but yeah, definitely worth it if you get the chance. Take the time, take the direct route, or if you want the good scenery, take the longer way. Alright buddy, ready to start taking the walk down now?
Yes.
Alright, off we go for the downhill street. Alright, so a bit of an update for you. While I was doing a walk up to the lighthouse this morning, Anita noticed they announced there's going to be a 3-day lockdown in Brisbane because of the COVID outbreak. So while we're having lunch, we thought we'd have a sit down and work out what our plans were, because we're going to go to Gold Coast literally straight after lunch and check in and spend a week up there. We managed to secure a park up on the Sunshine Coast. Where was it? What suburb?
River Resort, I think it's called, in Sunshine.
River Resort, somewhere up the Gold Coast anyway. And because we're in Byron and we're just basically heading straight through, not getting out of the car, we're actually right now trying to navigate our way around Brisbane, because we haven't driven through here before, so we don't know what's going on with the tolls and all sort of stuff. So looks like it's going to be a bit of a detour, but obviously if we go around Brisbane, they'll take us in at the caravan park up the Sunshine Coast, and we'll just have to work out what we're going to do, because we did have our next place booked as well, which was Hervey Bay. So we'll see. Yes, we'll see what happens next. I guess at this point we'll probably end this episode. Thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel, give us a like, hit the dinger to stay up to date, and if you're on social media, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well, if you'd like to follow us. And that's it for the moment. I'm Diesel from Getting Around Oz. We're camper trailer travelling Australia. Thanks, see you next time.